can edit it out. Okay, we're in progress.
Welcome everyone. I want to welcome you to my Q&A live show. It is spontaneous, and the purpose of this show is to interview random people all over the world. And today I have a very special guest. I want to welcome you all with Miss Eva Gasso. Eva, that's how I pronounce, right? Thank you so much. She's from Vancouver, Canada. Welcome, Eva, and I want to welcome you in my show and tell us about yourself.
Well, thank you so much, Caroline. I am so pleased to be here because this is fun. You go around the world and talking to people. I think it's incredible. I live in Vancouver area, Canada. I've been living in Canada for 42 years, but I was born and raised in Hungary. So we can do one from there too. So yes, basically I'm in a holistic health field also, like yourself. I'm a biochemist turned to holistic nutritionist. And I'm using all that, what I learned there. I absolutely love living in Vancouver area because it's just so gorgeous. Canada is being the second largest country geographically after Russia. And we have just so much wonderful nature, and nobody touched it, and you can go anywhere and disappear for days, no one will find you. So if you really want peace, if you really want to be away from it and truly be one with nature, this is definitely the place to be.
Yeah, I miss Vancouver. I only went to BC and Alberta and to the Rockies when I went to Canada. So anyway,
Did you go to Whistler?
Whistler.
Whistler, BC? No? Okay, well, that's one of our major, which outside of course, it's a different city, but that's one of our major tourist destination,
Yeah, I
skiers
miss that.
and just outdoorsy people. It doesn't matter. And now the two mountaintops, they actually built a gondola between Blacktop and Blackcomb and you can, there is no way. Yeah, once you go up, you can stay there for practically, from sundown to sun up. Yeah, really, it's just incredible. And the view, and of course food and barbecue and all kinds of stuff. So yeah. And
Yeah.
we have other peaks also within the city, like you can go on a grind. It's a very famous one. And even Sarah Loughlin did that after Thanksgiving dinner.
Well,
So we have famous people here, Brian Adams and, like all of them. And Michael Bublé, they all live in the area.
wow, really
Yeah.
nice. Really cool to know that. Yeah, I rode the gondola in St. Louis,
Mhm.
Louis Lake, and that's about it. And I miss even the Bouchard Garden to visit. You know what I mean? So
Oh, yeah.
definitely, I'm going back to Canada.
Well, I sure hope so. It's definitely worth a visit, like whatever you do, even if you like the city life, it's a place to be. If you like nature, definitely the place to be.
Yes.
And oh, Lake Louise and Banff, oh, it's to die for. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
so gorgeous,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
And Kananaskis area, it's truly outdoorsy people. Like you don't see that many vehicles. It's a bicycles, hikers, and it's just incredible. Kananaskis is 100 kilometers from Calgary.
Mhm.
Incredible place,
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Not as touristy as Banff and Lake Louise and Jasper, but yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I went. Yeah, the highest one is Jasper. That's what I went to. Yeah. Anyway.
And I also lived in Niagara Falls. That's
Oh,
where I
really?
emigrated to. So it wasn't like what it is today. Like this is like so touristy, but they did a beautiful job. And the falls, oh my goodness, you know what? The Canadian Falls, the Horseshoe Falls,
Mhm.
I think it's more beautiful in the winter.
Mhm.
I oh, I absolutely love. I couldn't get enough. Always lived in walking distance, so I can go and actually look. You never get enough of it. It's just so beautiful, and the thunder, it just goes through your body. The noise and all that, like it's just incredible.
Yeah.
That's man-made, right?
Yeah.
That's man-made.
That's.
Yeah, the shape of it is man-made. So, but it's so gorgeous, and they use the lights in the evening, and the park is incredible, spotless practically, and they have millions and millions of people. Everybody wants to get married in Niagara Falls. So
Yeah,
did I.
everybody,
I did.
are visited already over there too. So that's awesome. Yeah, I miss of that. But yeah, definitely. So here's my, I want to jump into my question.
Sure. Give
Where,
it to me.
yeah, so my first question is, what is your daily routine and practices in order for you to stay healthy, healthy living?
Okay. When I wake up, you know, the the morning routine, we don't need to go into it. I like to actually move my body. It's really highly recommended. Even when it rains, I like to go out. I'm totally about nature. I really, if would have been a lockdown here, I would have sneak out every time. I would have, but we don't have lockdown. Never did. I cannot stand being inside, and I have a rule that 2 days in a row I'm not staying in. No, I can't have 2 days in a row inside. No. I
Got
have a humidifier. I have an air purifier. I just need to be with nature. That's my thing.
That's
I
us.
go for walks in different areas, and of course we have parks everywhere, which is great. And I go in and just listen to the trees, the wind, and it's just so beautiful and relaxing. When I'm stressed, that's the only thing calms me down. Is
Well,
actually nature. Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's the abundance of nature that's coming
Yes,
in your.
it's the best healer. It's the
Yeah,
best healer. I don't care what anybody says. There's no freaking pills on this planet that you can pop and make you feel that way. To have the peace. Of course, pills to calm you down and all that, but to have inner peace, no.
yeah, that's right. Yes, it's you will just access that in your inner peace, in your being. And
Yes.
also, so how do you clean your body from inside out? Like, yeah, for sure, we have some impurities. We accumulated toxins every day. Think about just the manufacturing chemical. There's like
Oh,
80 plus chemicals
everywhere,
with our air
everywhere.
and water pollution. So what are your practices how you get rid of the toxin inside your gut?
I'm actually glad you mentioned that because since I started drinking distilled water, I actually have less stomach ache.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know I have some allergens or sensitivities, but those tests are actually not that accurate. So basically what I do is I do a regular cleanse like every 3-4 months or every season we're supposed to.
Mhm.
And the first time actually I tried colonics, which is called colon hydrotherapy or irrigation. Um, I absolutely love it, and I'm going to do a second one also. Actually, in June, I'm going to do a second one before I move to Europe. Yeah, I'm doing a second one now. I'm a believer. It doesn't hurt at all, and oh, Madonna Mia, yeah, the
Yeah.
things that you find that it's been there for a very long time and fermenting, and I don't want to be gross, but this is a health education. You would be surprised. And I always drive to be healthy and cleanse and do organic food and all that, and not much meat. It still accumulates.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thank you for that. So, and also, what is your methodology, like a habit just to stay healthy and keep it consistently? Mhm.
I tried veganism for 3-4 months, and it's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's not that I missed the meat, I missed the texture. I
Oh,
actually miss the texture. So I'm back eating a little bit of meat,
mhm.
but they're all, of course, extremely high quality because I don't eat, and I definitely don't eat it every day, maybe twice a week.
Mhm.
And most of my meals are so I'm plant-based now, and most of my meals are still like vegan. I made an incredible soup yesterday. I can't wait to have another bowl. And most of the ingredients are organic, certified organic, and the meat has to be very high quality. Other than that, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
And I watch, of course, the regularity, of my, how my body works. Yeah, and I love, what works for me more than anything to cleanse is smoothies,
Yeah.
healthy smoothies. Yep,
Yes.
yep, I make it. I
Yeah,
just
you can feel because when you drink smoothies, you really can feel like it's get rid of something
Mhm.
you have in there that it's stuck or no matter what, and it's feel light and feel fulfilling, in smoothie, because it's really feeding your brain and also
Yeah.
your stomach, not just only your stomach, right?
And it's exactly what your body needs. It's full of nutrients, good nutrients, and your body can tell the difference. And the major thing what people I feel that ignore, it's they don't listen to their body. Your body knows better than your doctor for the
Yeah,
5 minute visit,
yeah,
which anyway, it's a whole thing. I mean, that's what holistic is. You have to understand, and you understand it better than anyone. No doctor on this planet can tell you how you feel in your own body. No
yes.
one.
Yeah, there's one thing, like, if you just have to be aware of your body, how it react, because it's
Yep.
especially whatever you put in there, you ingest in there, there's a reaction behind it. Is that
Mhm.
what you food you consume, it's making you give energy or it keep you tired, if
Yep.
some people use, a lot of sugar, they get sugar crash. So pay attention to that. And
I just want to say something about smoothies. I know a lot of people pushing for juices. I personally don't believe in it because so much material is wasted. And I also believe in that is so much nutrients in the skin of, for example, apples, and there's so many. And I personally, that's my personal opinion. If you're doing and it works for you, heads off to you, or, like I'm very happy. But for me, no, I wouldn't even consider it. I just won't. Even when people say, "Oh, juice this, juice this," I use the ingredients, but I make it a smoothie.
yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
like blend it together, when it
Mhm.
makes carrots, celery, and there's a pulp in there that can get out, right? Yeah, because that's the what do you call that? The fiber you get,
Yeah.
which is very essential to
I
really.
mean, how much celery do you need to have, a cup of juice? I mean, no, I just won't do it. And I buy my veggies. Of course, I'm in Canada, so a lot of it I buy in Whole Food. But it's a very good competition now everywhere, so you can find it almost everywhere, especially when they're on sale. Many times they are cheaper than the regular stuff. So
Yeah,
just watch, if you're on a budget, watch for sales. And that's the way I create my recipes at home, what I'm going to cook. Let's go to the store, what's on sale. I look through the flyers. I still do. And then I go in and buy, and I you can create. You need 3 4 ingredients to create a good meal. That's it.
correct. Yes,
You don't need 10 15. No,
mhm.
no, because after a while they're just going to cancel each other out anyway, the flavors. So
That's right. You make sure you get the raw materials really, absorbing it to your body. Because if you really like not cook it, not use it, the nutrients, the real, you know what I mean?
mhm,
It's been
yeah.
done, oxidify or something. Okay, so my next question: if you have something that you cannot live without in your life, in your daily routine, what will that be?
Oh, my distilled water.
Okay, that
Everything else can go. My distilled water stays. I just went and I got 2 bottles yesterday because I'm not buying the machine right now because I'm moving to Europe.
yeah.
But I will actually that makes it for you, and then I'll be able to use it for cooking and all that. Right now I use it for drinking only,
Mm.
but once I have my machine, and oh yeah, girl,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna happen.
we have that machine in California. I taste all of the water taste, but yeah, I love that distilled
Yeah.
taste with it. So
I think I tried other stuff, and that's actually the best, and I love it. And it has just a fresh taste. If somebody never tried it, like when you go to like those beautiful places and you can actually drink the water, that's exactly what it is. Like that's the way I feel, and I love it. And I always liked water. I don't like flavored shit. No, 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 just plain clean crisp water,
correct.
and I love it.
Yes, and that's the number one key for
Yeah.
detoxification, for cleansing is water. Whatever we eat, we get to have a water after all of that.
Yes.
So, also, my last question is: what do you say to people that seeking for a solution to have a healthy change, to make a healthy change?
Don't think it's complicated.
Yeah,
Don't overcomplicate things. I'm all about simplicity. As I said, you can actually make a pot of meal, feed your family from $10, I don't care where you live, $10 and 3, 4 ingredients. And you can have a healthy meal. And I don't care what anybody says. If you don't believe me, more than happy to teach you, because that's actually my mission in life. It is totally possible. You have no idea. When I didn't have money, trust me, I learned that. I taught myself, how to make dish, because food is so important to me. I love food. I love flavors. I don't care, from all around the world. I mean, I cooked Japanese soup yesterday, Japanese inspired soup yesterday. I made a Hungarian dish a day before. I mean, it's just, there are no limits. There are no limits. And no one can tell me that they don't like food. Well then, honey, go back to the cave. Go back to the cave, because it's impossible not to have something on this planet that you don't like. There's just no way.
Yeah, that's
Right.
our main oxygen for us to live. That you make sure you get the right food you have, and just do the how do you call that, the requirement, not over to it. So
Yeah.
anyway,
And if you don't like cooking, make it fun. If you have children, make it fun. Make it fun for everyone. Truly, it makes such a big difference when you also cook together, not just eat together, and no freaking phones at the table either.
that's right. That's
Seriously, like, it is, when I used to have my Christmas Eve parties, everybody leave their phone at, in a plastic, container where I put out. If you don't have 1 hour to spend with me, stay home. Done. Put your foot down, and put your foot down. Never mind, like, you're the boss of your family, like, usually the woman, the anchor to the family. If not, if you have a great relationship with husband and not, you need to have these rules, because other than that, if, the family, breaks down, it's done. Like, what are you going to do? You need to have fun every single day, because tomorrow is never promised.
correct, and that's my mantra actually.
Yep.
Life is to have fun and to
Yep.
enjoy. So my last question will be a fun facts about you, whatever just come in your mind, when you didn't need to think about that. But I don't have it, but I have it in my head. So let's say, so you're gonna tell me, just pick one of what I'm gonna tell you. This is just fun facts. Okay, so tell me, water or wine,
Water.
bread or pasta,
Ooh, pasta.
uh, soda or juice.
Neither.
That's fine.
I
Oh,
only drink juice if it's fresh squeezed from organic fruit. That's it.
that's cool. Yeah. Home cook or takeout.
I'm going with both, because I don't want to cook all the time, but most of the time it's home cooked. Like 85% of the time home cooked.
Okay, good. How
But
about
you have to go out with your friends.
especially you are retired. Um,
Exactly. Thank you.
yeah. Chocolate or vanilla.
You mean flavors?
Yeah, flavor. Just yeah, chocolate.
Kind of neither, but leaning towards vanilla. I'm not a chocolate person.
Okay. Fish. Fish or meat.
Both,
Okay.
but high standards, like obviously wild caught. And yeah.
Mhm. Rice or noodles.
Oh, I'm partial to noodles. I eat both though.
Kitchen. Okay.
Have you ever had black rice? It's so good.
I
It's
do.
so good. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I do because I actually mix it. Did you mix my rice? It's the mix with the red, brown, black, and purple and white. That's how I cook my rice. And people,
Oh, actually, I just bought a black one. They also used to call it forbidden rice, which I didn't know. Only emperors, had that. It has such a wonderful flavor. And I'm making a dish with that tonight or tomorrow. I just love it with coconut milk. And yeah, it's just yummy.
yeah, awesome. Are you a morning person or a night person?
Well, last night I went to bed at 5 a.m., so I'm not sure. I'm working towards being an early riser, not, I'm working towards that. And that's my goal. to be in the 5 a.m. club. Because sunrise is beautiful, and I want to do the sun salutation yoga. So yeah, I want to be morning.
Right. Yes, early morning is nice because
It's beautiful.
your mind is it's fresh and rest. So phone or computer,
Computer.
call or text,
I
call.
prefer Zoom or voice. Like what we did the other day. Like yeah, I prefer face to face. Even virtual face to face. Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I prefer.
because
Yeah.
we are on the web now.
Yes.
So yeah, and then reading or writing,
Reading.
yoga or dancing,
Both. Girl, you
swimming,
gotta do both.
swimming
Yeah.
or hiking,
What was the first one?
swimming or hiking,
Oh, hiking. I don't do water sports other than kayak.
um, walking or running,
Walking.
gym or nature,
Nature.
body,
Nature.
body or lonely,
What
body or
was it?
lonely, like friendly or lonely, or like you want to be just a lone wolfer, or like you
Well,
want, yeah.
lonely and alone is not the same thing. I like being alone. I've been living alone for 22 years, and I know how to live alone, so it doesn't bother me. I'm not lonely, but I also like hanging out with friends, and I do all my socializing outside of my home because my home is my sanctuary.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm. Um, extraordinary or spectacular?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Spectacular.
That's cool. Freedom or
Freedom. You don't even have to say the other one, but tell me.
passive or active?
Active.
What else I have in my mind? I forget. I didn't have my notes in here upstairs. Uh, what is it, like courage or silent?
Courage.
Orchids or rose?
Hmm.
You want some fragrance? Because orchids no fragrance, but it's beautiful. But rose have fragrance, right?
Well, neither one of those my favorite flowers, but probably I go with
Mm-hmm.
roses.
Mm-hmm.
You can do more with them with the petals and everything. So yeah,
Yeah.
and they're beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
especially the two colored ones. Oh, those are my favorite.
That's right. So Netflix are going out to a movie.
Neither.
YouTube or Facebook?
Well, I have a YouTube channel. I use both for business. So, but I'm on Facebook most of the time, trying to cut down.
Okay. Yeah. What else? Forget. Shoot, I forget. What is it? No, I forget the rest of my question. Um,
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's all for the my question for you because I don't have my notes. But yeah, that was great, Eva. Thank you so much for your time. This is just fun facts for all the people living around the world, how we can share our healthy living, our healthy lifestyle. Everybody have unique personality and bodies and differences, but we still living in a different way of life, right? So
Yeah.
we're gonna know more about it. So that's I love to share. So thank you so much for participating in my show.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me. This was a lot of fun. Well, thank you. I love it how you put it together with the questions and all that. I think I'm going to steal that.
Yeah, you're welcome to come. This is like we're just sharing some tips and like people that viewers can benefit some of it.
Well, did you do one about, like where you live? Did you do one?
Which one? For you?
A show like this, like, like talk about, the beautiful place that you always go to,
Yes, yes.
climbing and all.
Yeah, yeah.